Well, I don't want to come off the bench is not a personal issue. Well, I don't like my role.
DeWanna Bonner, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split ya. What's it?
DeWanna Bonner, more like Dana Gunner. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, the WNBA just witnessed one of the most immature, selfish, and downright unprofessional displays in recent memory. Bonner, once hailed as a veteran leader and guiding force, has officially packed her bags and fled the spotlight. Why? Because she couldn't handle being part of a team that actually matters, a team with expectations, pressure, and a star player who commands real attention. This wasn't just a bad night or a heated moment. This was a full-blown meltdown from someone who was supposed to lead by example instead of rising to the occasion. She shrank under the lights. And let's be honest, it's easy to play tough when you're the center of attention on a struggling roster. But when you step into the arena with a franchise like the Indiana Fever with rising stars, national coverage, and accountability, that's when the real ones show up. Bonner didn't just walk away from a team, she walked away from the challenge, from the spotlight, and from the legacy she could have built. This wasn't leadership. This was a tantrum disguised as a departure, and fans aren't buying the excuses.
Veteran DeWanna Bonner, the team announced. Indiana looked at trade possibilities for the six-time All-Star, who had not played since June 10th, for what the team called, quote, personal reasons. Well, the personal reasons were, from what I could tell, playing time is what I knew.
This is the story of a player who thought she was stepping into a comfortable retirement home, a place where she could coast through her final seasons, collect easy paychecks, and bask in the glow of someone else's spotlight. But reality hit hard, because real basketball, it doesn't care about your resume. It doesn't reward reputation. It demands fight. It demands grit. It demands that you earn every minute on that court. Especially when the spotlight isn't just shining, it's blazing. She walked in expecting applause. What she got was competition, and instead of rising to the challenge, she faded, because in this league, past glory doesn't guarantee present relevance. And if you're not ready to fight for your place, someone younger, hungrier, and more focused will gladly take it.
Bonner out with the old. Aari McDonald, welcome back in with the new. Breaking. The Fever are waiving DeWanna Bonner, league sources told the Indy Star, then re-signing Aari McDonald. Bonner requested a trade after feeling she couldn't find a role on the team after getting benched, along with a bevy of other reasons as we covered yesterday. But Indiana could not find a suitable trade.
When DeWanna Bonner signed with the Indiana Fever back in February, she thought she was stepping into a quiet, low-pressure franchise. The kind of place where a seasoned vet could slide into a starting role, rack up some easy minutes, and cruise through another season without much noise. But what she walked into was something completely different, thanks to Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever had been transformed overnight, no longer a bottom-tier squad. They were now the most watched, most scrutinized, and most competitive environment in the entire WNBA. Every game was under a microscope, every possession mattered, and every player, rookie or veteran, had to prove they belonged in real time. Under blinding national lights, what Bonner expected was comfort. What she got was a furnace, and the truth is, not everyone survives the...
DeWanna Bonner signs a free agent contract with the Indiana Fever, and after a handful of games, wants a Fever exit, apparently. And that is a strange situation, right? Because she was embraced, she had her achievement at the beginning of the season, moving up the scoring ranks. They were referring to her as Mama Bear in training camp, And now all of a sudden that has fallen apart. She was out of the starting lineup, hadn't really produced that much, particularly on the offensive end. And this, looks poor on the franchise when it comes to the free agent moves in retrospect, the team that they put together in the offseason. I don't think it reflects well on DeWanna Bonner, whose absence was for quote-unquote personal reasons, but now it seems like she was just upset with the team and the situation overall, and it adds more drama to what has been a drama-filled season for Caitlin Clark.
The writing was on the wall from day one, but DeWanna Bonner was too blinded by her own ego to read it. She was handed a starting role in the first 3 games of the season, and what did she do with it? She averaged a staggering 0.6 points per game while shooting an abysmal 2 of 12 from the field. 2 of 12? That's not veteran leadership, that's veteran regression. Instead of elevating the team, she dragged the momentum instead of guiding. The younger core, she struggled to keep pace, and in a league where every possession is a battle. Those numbers don't just speak, they scream the message: this league moves fast. And if you're not ready, it will move right past you.
Her minutes had significantly dropped from last year. Well, in turn, if her minutes drop, a lot of her production numbers that she can see and the rest of the league can see also dropped with it. Look, she's just like Natasha Howard. She looks old on the court. All right, I'm not trying to be this is not ageism. She looks like an older athlete. All right, she looks slower on the court, and the team has been lacking energy. It's been a serious problem. Seriously, long overdue. Let her go to the place where
he couldn't fit with the rotations of the team. She's upset that Lexi Hall took her spot. That's the truth. Little blonde girl from next door took her spot. That's what it was. Well, Lexi Hall is a good basketball player. I think she earned that spot, in my opinion, and she's shooting very well from the 3. She's an excellent 3-point shooter this season. She's a sniper this season. And she hustles, she gets rebounds, she gets steals. She puts her heart out every single
Bonner, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split ya. What's it? See ya, wouldn't want to be ya, right? I'm not telling you gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. DeWanna Bonner out with the old. Aari McDonald, welcome back in with the new breaking. The Fever are waving. DeWanna Bonner, league sources told the Indy Star, then re-signing Aari McDonald. Bonner requested a trade after feeling she couldn't find a role on the team after getting benched, along with bevy of other reasons as we covered yesterday. But Indiana could not find a suitable trade option.
So what did head coach Stephanie White do? She made the only logical move any competent coach would make. She benched Bonner. Plain and simple, in her place, she gave the opportunity to Lexi Hall, a player who wasn't just showing up. She was hungry to contribute, eager to grind, and committed to playing winning basketball. Hull didn't walk in expecting handouts. She earned her spot through effort, defense, and hustle. Everything Bonner seemed to forget was required in this league. While Bonner was clinging to status, Hull was chasing impact. And that's the kind of energy the Fever need if they're going to keep up with the rising expectations placed on this team.